All right, let's jump right in. We're skipping the usual intro today because we've got a lot of ground to cover. This explainer is your fast-paced, definitive guide to absolutely mastering the past continuous tense. If you're looking to elevate your English, stop making those frustrating grammatical errors, and really create a vivid atmosphere in your writing, well, you're exactly where you need to be. We're going to break down the mechanics, fix the absolute most common mistakes people make, and give you some dead simple life hacks to remember this tense once and for all.
Okay, let's dive into this with a quick piece of advice from the legendary Anton Chekhov. He famously said, "Don't tell me the moon is shining, show me the glint of light on broken glass." Right? To truly show rather than just tell, you need the ultimate storyteller's tool. And that tool is the past continuous tense. Even before the main action of your story kicks off, you use this tense to paint a rich, atmospheric background. It sets the mood, you know? It preps your reader for the plot that's about to unfold. Now here's a massive life hack that will completely reframe how you think about the past tense. To quickly remember the difference between the past simple and the past continuous, just think of a camera. The past simple, that's a finished photograph. It's a snapshot of a completed historical point. Like, I watched a movie. Boom, it's done. But the past continuous, that is a video recording. It drops your reader right inside the ongoing event, really emphasizing the duration. I was watching a movie. See the difference? You aren't just looking at the event, you're literally living inside it while it's happening. So to build that video recording, we need the right mechanics. The formula is actually super simple. Subject plus was or were plus your verb ending in ing. The past continuous is a compound tense, which basically means it can't function without a helper. Choosing the correct form of that to-be helper verb was for singular subjects like I, he, she, and it, and were for plural subjects like you, we, and they. That is the engine that drives this tense. Without that engine, the car simply doesn't start.
And this brilliantly illustrates how we actually use this stuff in the wild. We rarely use this tense totally alone, we usually mix it with other actions. First up, the interrupted action. This is a long action cut off by a sudden, shorter event. I was reading, that's our long video recording, when the alarm rang, and that's our sudden photograph. Make sense? Second, we have parallel actions. This is when two long events happen simultaneously, right side by side without interfering with each other at all. While the team was testing, the designer was updating. Literally just two video cameras rolling at the exact same time.
Real quick before we move on, I want to highlight a crucial punctuation rule. If you start your sentence with a when or while clause, you've got to place a comma right in the middle to separate the two actions. But if that when or while clause comes at the very end of your sentence, just drop the comma entirely. It's a tiny quick fix, but it instantly elevates the polish of your writing. Section 1. The stative verb trap. Fixing common mistakes. So verbs like know, love, hate, believe, want, and need, these are called stative verbs. They describe internal states, emotions, thoughts, or ownership. They do not describe physical actions. And because of this, they are without a doubt the biggest trap in the English language when it comes to this tense. Listen closely. You can never use these verbs in the continuous ing form. Even if that state lasted for a really long time in the past, it just doesn't work. So, the crucial point is knowing exactly how to escape that trap. It is incredibly tempting to say I was needing a new computer last year because, hey, you needed it for a long duration, right? But because need is a state of being, not an action, the tense completely breaks. To fix it, you've got to completely drop the past continuous and revert strictly to the past simple. The correct sentence is just, I needed a new computer. Always revert to the simple tense for internal states and emotions. Okay, here's the second most common mistake. They working on the project all night. Now it sounds almost right when you say it fast, but it is missing the vital to-be helper verb. Without was or were, the whole tense just falls apart into grammatical nonsense. You absolutely must remember to include the helper. They were working on the project all night. Finally, we arrive at our last major pitfall. I was living in New York for 3 years. Now why is this wrong? Well, it's because of the phrase, for 3 years. If you are viewing a past block of time as a completed general action, or just a finished historical fact with a specific start and endpoint, you're looking at a photograph. You have to use the past simple. I lived in New York for 3 years. Reserve the past continuous for specific moments in progress, not broad, completed chapters of your life. And just like that, that brings us to the end of our bootcamp. We've covered the video camera life hack, the core mechanics, those powerful scene-setting abilities, and of course, the traps you definitely need to avoid. So I'll leave you with this question. Next time you write an essay or a story, will you just show your reader a flat, finished photograph? Or will you use the past continuous to turn on that video camera, set the atmosphere, and take them right inside the living, breathing event? The choice and the Storyteller's Toolkit is now yours. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning out there.